While prevention can keep you from experiencing one emotional crisis after another, at times your brain will get overwhelmed. You will become emotional, frustrated, irritable, or confused. In other words, your amygdala will get hot. And when it does, you're capable of cooling it off, probably more easily than you realize. The simplest and most effective strategy to cool your brain down in a crisis is very specific breathing techniques. Your lungs, heart, and brain are sending lots of messages between each other. And when your brain overreacts and the alarm bells sound, slowing down your breathing and heart rate are your best way to cool and calm your brain. The first type of breathing we will practice is called belly breathing. Let's start by putting one hand on our belly and one hand on our chest. Now take a big deep breath how you normally would. Which hand rose up first? If it was your top hand or the hand on your chest, that means you're breathing primarily from the top half of your lungs. For your body to effectively move oxygen into your organs and muscles that need them, you actually need to breathe into the bottom, deeper areas of your lungs. To do this, you need to push the air down deep into your belly. Let's try this again, but this time I want you to imagine that your lungs are like a glass, and you are pouring the water into the glass, filling your lungs with air from the bottom up. Start by breathing in through your nose and pushing the air deep down into your belly. Your bottom hand should rise up first, gradually followed by your top hand. And as you breathe out, slowly breathe all of the air out through your mouth, making sure you drop your rib cage and breathe all of the air completely out of your lungs. Let's do 2 more belly breaths together. Notice how you feel, perhaps a little clearer and more focused, and a little calmer. Part of why belly breathing is so effective is because there's a nerve that runs from the back of your brain all the way down to your diaphragm. This is called your vagus nerve. When we belly breathe, we expand our diaphragm, tugging on that nerve and releasing a cascade of chemicals that tells our body to calm down and tells our brain to cool off. The second type of breathing that helps our brain cool off, we will call low and slow breathing. Many people think when they're feeling panicked that they need to take in more oxygen. On the contrary, when our brain registers a threat, we instinctually begin to hyperventilate, taking in lots of oxygen with shallow chest breathing. This upsets the balance of carbon dioxide and oxygen in your blood and inhibits the ability to move oxygen to our organs, muscles, and most importantly, our brain. This is what causes us to feel dizzy, shaky, or makes our vision blurry when we are nervous. In low and slow breathing, we actually place an emphasis on our exhale rather than our inhale. We pace our breathing to a slow rhythm with a slightly shorter inhale and a slightly longer exhale, allowing our body to re-regulate the balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide, slowing our heart rate, and telling our brain to cool off. Let's try it now. On this screen, I want you to follow the yellow dot. As it rises, breathe in. When it's moving horizontal, hold the breath. And when the ball begins to drop, I want you to gently exhale and breathe out. Focus all of your attention just on the breath. Notice how this low and slow breathing begins to slow your thinking, calm your body, and cool your mind. In this state of focused, calm, yet alert energy, we can think clearly and act quickly and responsively in a crisis. Today, we learned the first 2 strategies for crisis management: preparing our brain not to overreact to a threat through routine protective strategies, including sleeping, eating, movement, and connection. And second, calming our brain and body when it's been triggered by a threat, helping us make better decisions and to respond with greater resilience. In the next 3 weeks, we will introduce 3 more crisis or stress response techniques. Again, working from reducing the struggle to learning how to thrive in the midst of adversity. First, we will learn to harness the power of mindfulness to quiet our thoughts. Then we will learn distraction management techniques to improve our focus and attention to respond to adversity. And finally, we will explore how practicing acts of gratitude can engender the powerful emotions of hope and optimism that trigger superhuman responses to adversity. Before our next session, I want you to try to practice the skills you learned today. Attempt to set a daily schedule where you monitor your sleep, eating, movement, and socializing. Examine how you feel and cope on days where you stick with this routine versus the days where you don't. Perhaps keep a log and rate your general mood and stress along with your daily activities. Second, set aside 5 minutes each day to practice either belly or low and slow breathing. I've attached a link to the breath pacer in this video in the message that you were sent. Consider starting and ending each day with some focused breathing, noticing the way this time alters your mood, focus, awareness, and responsiveness to the challenges that you're facing. Thanks for taking the time to learn these important mental skills. During this uncertain and unprecedented time, we continue to provide individual counseling through Zoom telehealth sessions. If you can benefit from confidential, private, individual counseling support, please reach out to one of the sports psychology staff through email, text, or Teamworks. For immediate crisis support at any time of the day, you can also call the Suicide Emergency Hotline to speak to someone immediately. Watch for us to drop another video on mindfulness-based skills next Tuesday. Stay safe, Huskers, and we hope to see you soon.